So Helldivers 2 has pretty much taken the internet over by storm, and there are people out there who are acting like this is the best game in a long time. And it's a fun game, don't get me wrong. And during my first couple hours with it, I had a blast playing this game. But it's like the longer that I played it, the more I seen that it definitely had issues that people seem to be excusing just because it's a fun game. And look, man, that's cool. If you like the game and you want to ignore the issues because you like the game, you do you. But like I said, the more that I play it, the more I just can't ignore these issues. Because it gets to a point in the harder difficulties especially where you just can't afford to have this stuff happening. Now, I'm going to go on record and say that I have been procrastinating on this video for a long time, and originally it was because I was having so much fun with the game that I didn't even want to stop playing it to make this video. And in some ways, I'm kind of glad that I did that, because the more I played it and the more that I experienced issues, the more my opinion on it changed. And these are opinions that I wouldn't have had if I would have rushed this video out and didn't take my time with the game. Now, as always with these types of videos, do not take this video as a review. This is just my thoughts on it. And you are not obligated to share my same opinions. If you like the game and you say that it can do no wrong, more power to you. I'm glad you're having fun. But me personally, the issues in this game are just, they're too big to be overlooked just because it's fun. And the core gameplay is really fun. It's a blast. The only trouble is for this type of game, you can't really have matchmaking issues. And this game has them big time. There's a huge queue. If you get on at any time past like 2-3 p.m., you're most likely not going to be able to play the game because the servers are going to be full. So people who work full-time jobs or go to school or anything, if you don't log on in the morning and leave your console or computer on all day and just sit in your ship AFK, you're most likely not going to play. And even if you do manage to get in, there's not really much of a point in playing when the servers are full, because the matchmaking issues are so prominent that you can't get anything done. For example, me and my friends, we actually managed to get on, and we were playing, I think it was impossible difficulty or extreme. It was like difficulty 7. And we went and we collected all the samples, we were doing the side objectives, only for it to disconnect us all from the game. That's 30 minutes just wasted. We got nothing for that. And that's an issue that happens in this game a lot. This game isn't really the type of game that you play solo. It's meant for 4 players. And if you do play solo, it definitely doesn't feel like they scaled down the enemies. It feels like you're fighting enough enemies for 4 people. Especially on the higher difficulties. Like me personally, I've soloed Helldive quite a bit. I've never made it out alive, like I've never extracted, but I have went around and did all the objectives, which still gets you a lot of rewards. You just don't get like any of the samples or anything that you pick up. But doing that is just not fun. Like, in my opinion, this game is not fun by yourself. It's meant to be played with other people. Matchmaking is completely broken. Quick play doesn't work. They have an SOS beacon that you can throw down in the mission that does literally nothing. The only way that I have found to get people to join your game is when you start up a mission for the first time, sometimes people will join. But if they leave in the middle of that mission, no one else is going to join. The only way to get more people in your game at that point is to completely restart the game. But then when you do that, you're most likely not going to be able to get back on and play it because the servers are going to be full. So majority of the time, you're just going to be playing by yourself, and it doesn't work. This isn't the type of game that you solo. And like I said earlier, problems like that with the servers and the matchmaking, you just can't afford to have it in a game like this. And even when you're not lagging out, if you complete a mission, most of the time you're not going to get your rewards. There has been times where I haven't been able to buy stuff at my ship because the servers are so overloaded and it doesn't let you buy anything. So let's say that you spend the whole 40 minutes running around, you get everything, you get all the samples, you get all the side objectives, only for it to not give you a single thing that you got out of that mission at the end. It's like, what's the point in playing? Now this is going to be an unpopular opinion because people love this game so much, and this is how I feel about it. If you are putting in the effort to get all this stuff and you're not getting anything for it, what is the point in playing? I know that some people are going to be like, oh, well, it's fun, it's fun. It's like, yes, it's fun, but you can't progress. You can't get anything better than what you already have because you're not getting any of your rewards. So how much longer is it going to be fun for you? And in the beginning, I was the complete same way. I was like, yeah, it has problems, but it's fun. So, like, I'll put up with it and I'll keep playing because I'm having a good time. But, like, the more and more that it happened and the more that I played and got nothing for it, the more I was like, wow, you know, like, this isn't even really that fun anymore. It's just frustrating. You know, like, I understand if it's a smaller development company, they need time to get servers and whatnot. They didn't expect the game to be so big. But that doesn't excuse the fact that people have bought this game and they literally haven't even been able to play it yet. I mean, like, in today's day and age of gaming, this stuff has become so normalized that people are just accepting it. If you go on the Steam discussion boards, you'll see half the people complaining that the product that they paid for is not working, which is right. And then you got another half that's insulting them, telling them, oh, it's a small company, they need time to get it done, just give them a break. We paid for this product, and it is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And I'll say it again before everybody in the comments is like, oh, but it's a fun game. Yes, it is a fun game, but at what point do you get screwed over by it so much that it becomes unfun? I think, personally, I've reached that point. I got tired of not being able to connect. I got tired of not getting my rewards. I got tired of lagging out. It's not fun. You spend more time worrying about whether the servers are going to let you complete the mission more than the fact that you're worried about surviving the mission just because it's hard. And that just, it takes all the fun away. And I mean, you know, you got those people out there that are complaining because they think it's pay to win. And honestly, I really don't think it's pay to win. It's more, you could pay for the item now or play to get it later. Because there is like a battle pass and a premium battle pass, but you can get the premium battle pass by just playing the game and getting super credits. So in my opinion, that's not really a big deal. Like I said, you just pay to get it now or play to get it later. The main issues with this game right now is the matchmaking. Once they fix the matchmaking and everything works as it's supposed to, the game will be as good as everybody's saying it is. And it has really good bones. Like, this is a fun game at the core. The matchmaking and the server capacity is what is holding it back. And I'll repeat myself yet again. I'm glad that it took me this long to just sit down and make this video, because this whole time I've been playing the game and experiencing more and more things with it, to where I now had constructive criticism for the game. Whereas before it would have just been like, oh, Helldivers is a really fun game, I'm really enjoying it, it's good. There are also little nitpick things that I think is kind of annoying, but that's just part of the game. For example, like the ragdolling, once you get past the novelty of it and the friendly fire, it just becomes more of a nuisance in my opinion. I mean, you can only laugh about getting ragdolled and killed by your teammates so many times before it just gets kind of annoying. But I do understand that that's part of the game. You have to work as a team and you have to strategize with your teammates to make sure that you don't blow them up while you're trying to blow up hordes of bugs. I understand that. And I'm not saying that that should be changed. I will say, however, that when you dive and you're getting absolutely swarmed by bugs, they just kind of hit you in this infinite ragdoll loop. And that's really annoying. But it's to be expected on those hard difficulties. And it just goes back to that whole thing where once the novelty of it wears off and you stop laughing at it because it's funny, it's annoying. There was also this thing with the stratagems on keyboard and mouse where I would put in the stratagem and I would hear the little ding, like it activated, and nothing would happen. When I would go to throw it, I would just shoot my gun at the ground like I never pulled it out. And once again, on those harder difficulties, time is of the essence. You cannot afford to have that type of thing happen. How you call in stratagems on keyboard and mouse, honestly, kind of requires you to rebind your buttons. Because people who are on controller, they can call in their stratagems on the move, where on PC, you have to completely stand still. Now, I reset my key bindings and made it so I could move while calling in my stratagems, but I played a good like 40-50 hours where I didn't do that, and on the hard difficulties, you can't afford to stop. You have to be on the move constantly. All in all, I really like the game. There's a lot of potential here, but they really, really need to fix the matchmaking issues. Because for me personally, and I keep specifying that this is my opinion, because people are bandwagoning this game so hard, it's ruining the game for me, like completely. I'm tired of going in and playing by myself because the matchmaking's broken. I'm tired of not getting my rewards. Like, for me, the game just isn't as fun as it was when I first started, because the novelty of it wore off. And I'm also kind of convinced that a lot of people who are, like, just worshiping this game, you've never played a wave shooter before. And this is one of the good ones. It reminds me a lot of like a more fluent Earth Defense Force, because Earth Defense Force doesn't have really good animations, but that's just good old-fashioned fun. You just go in and you just blow stuff up, you have a good time. And I am excited to see what they add to Helldivers 2. Because like I said, once they get past matchmaking issues, this game is going to be really good. And there's also been times where we've completed a mission, and when we get back to the reward screen, it says that me personally, did not complete the main objective, even though it doesn't let you extract until you complete the main objective. And it will only do it to me. So like everybody else will get the 4 rewards, and it will say that I failed the mission. Which just brings me back to the point. If you go in and you do everything right and you make it out, and it still screws you over, what is the point? Why expend the effort and go in there and do everything perfectly? You go in, you do all the objectives, you get samples, you extract, only for it to not give you any of that stuff. Some of my friends have stopped playing the game because of how broken it is right now, and they're tired of lagging out, they're tired of not getting their stuff. And there are people out there, like I said before, who have bought this game weeks ago and still have not been able to play it at all because the servers are full. And the more that we accept this kind of thing, the more normalized it's going to become. Which is something that I'm constantly complaining about in my videos like these, because it seems like all games are just released in early access, that way they can be excused for whatever issue that they have. And it's become so normalized that everybody just kind of expects it and accepts it. And that's why it keeps happening, because these game companies are getting away with it because you're allowing them to. And anybody who speaks up about these issues, the community comes for them hard. But these have just been my little thoughts and opinions on the game. I do enjoy it, though the issues are steadily ruining it for me. But if you have fun by just going in and blowing up bugs and killing bugs and doing all that stuff, more power to you, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying the game and that these problems aren't holding you back. But me personally, the novelty is worn off, and I would like to get the things that I am working towards in the game. I'm not playing the harder difficulties for fun. I'm playing for the rewards, and I'm not getting them. But let me know your thoughts on the game. This has been a 13-minute rant at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Dear Eli Mustard, where'd you go, my southern friend? I miss all of your inventions and the games that we pretend we used to go out hunting monsters and killing zombies in the mall. Then you disappeared, you went and left us all. Dear Eli Mustard.